Is it true that the United States police will arrest somebody without having a reason first? Yeah. No. The United States is a vast place, my friend. I mean, we've got 50 states here, and every single one of the states have a different law or different laws that they go by. So, the answer to your question, I would hope, would be no, because we do have laws in place that say that, you're not supposed to arrest somebody without a reason. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but I could see how some states could not have that law. So, you're not asking a lawyer, my friend. I have no idea. But what I do know is play handcuffs are fun. And no, I'm not making any innuendo. I'm saying it because these quite literally come from a Halloween outfit. Speaking of Halloween, have you guys gotten your outfits yet? If so, what are you gonna be? You would think it seems pretty easy to answer this question on the subject. Question being, Angelina Jolie, for Cyborg 2, I believe you said, had to be legally emancipated. I didn't see the movie, that's why I said it. Had to be legally emancipated because there was a scene, a very adult scene, in which she was topless and so on and so forth. And she was 17 at the time. Do I think that's okay, even though she had to be legally emancipated and she's an adult in the legal eyes of the law? Legalizes the law, and the eyes of everybody says, children are children, and they should be kids. Adults should stick with adults. I think it's pretty simple. Cut and dry. So, yeah, in California now, 17 years, if you're doing anything with anybody 17 years old and you're above, I forget which age, so let's just say you're above the age of 18 and you're doing anything with anybody 17 and under, that's a big issue. And it should be, because you know better. So, yeah, adults should stick with adults, and there is plenty of room for adults. There's like 8 billion people in the world. Why you gotta go for kids? There's a lot of actors out there who want to make it. Just saying. Are friends' mothers off limits? Well, ooh, your mom's so fine. Let me get some of that titty too. No! Of course they're off limits, my friend. I wouldn't call you my friend if you tried to go for my mom. That'd be weird number 5, to say the least. Oh. I wouldn't go for a friend's mom either, or dad, because that wouldn't be very friendly. That would just be very awkward. I don't know any friends personally that have gotten, with like Stifler's mom and had a good come out other than in the movies. But hey, I guess it could happen. I am not encouraging you. As a matter of fact, I say the opposite. If I were magically transported to the last form of media that I consume, how do I think I would fare? Do I think I'd be able to live alright? Well, last form of media, depending on whether it's TV show, movie, or video game, I would technically say that I watched Star Trek as the last fictional place that I saw. So that's the Star Trek universe. I think I'd be alright. Live long and prosper, as long as we prosper and do the first thing. Knock on wood. We'll be alright. As for the other thing that could potentially be it, I played Monopoly Go. I swear, I'm not paid advertisement in any way, shape, or form. But Monopoly Go, I played, and let's see. In a regular game of Monopoly, I suck. I'm terrible. But as for Monopoly Go, I suppose I do alright. So, as long as people aren't demolishing my town and I'm moving on up, we should be okay. So, I think I would do kind of like how I'm doing now. Okay-ish. Depends on whoever's opinion. You know, I was going to try to do an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I can't even begin to try. It's, that's not going to be a day job or a night job or any kind of job for me at ever, yeah, in any time in the future, at ever. That's perfect. Said it right there. So, yeah, your internal monologue is doing the impressions for you. Is it weird? Well, are you Arnold Schwarzenegger? Because if you are, then no, it's not. But if you aren't, which I'm willing to guess that you're not, it's different. It's different. There are lots of weird things in this world. I have people coming at me talking about their incestual dreams with their sibling. So, you're not really in the weird zone when it comes to that. I think you're just, you've got a little special seasoning in your mix. That's all. What makes us special, anyway? Our randomness. So, there you go, Arnold. Nice to meet you. Again, fun fact! I have an award from Arnold Schwarzenegger for fitness, ironically. Would you believe it? Yeah, those days are gone. I was sick back then when I got the award, but I have become much, much more in the negative zone, so yeah, not so much fun. Anyway, hi Arnold. Nice to meet you. What do I deserve? It's a perplexing question. What do you mean? Like, just in general. I'm a human, so any other human, I would say, deserves to be loved, deserves to be respected, deserves to be heard, deserves some food, water, oxygen, and shelter, all of the essentials. Yeah. I mean, other than that, I don't really think I'm owed anything. If somebody wants to be disrespectful to me, I don't owe them my time. I can leave. So if you wish to have respect for me, then you'll give me respect. If you wish to have anger from me, then, you could push my buttons. I don't really know. I'm not gonna outline that for you. But, yeah. What is my least favorite food? That's a good question. Well, I think fish are friends, not food. Well, unless it comes to Worcestershire sauce, I do like some Worcestershire sauce sometimes. Say that 3 times fast. Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce. I guess it wasn't that difficult. But, anyway, back to what I don't like. Yeah, I don't really eat fish. I can't eat spicy things. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't like what they do to me. Yeah, pretty much fish. That's what I don't eat. Oh, and I do not, by any means, mess around with prunes at all, in any way, shape, or form. They are Satan fruit, absolutely disgusting, and when it's in the juice, it's called devil's juice. That's what I call it personally, and feel free to adopt that because it is the truth. So, yeah, fish and prune juice. How am I? I'm alright. I'm just chilling. Really, how am I? I am tired, number 5. Probably tired, number 6. Bottle that up and sell it. No, really though, I've been modeling, and I tried modeling the bikini that is on just the bikini itself. I modeled this two-piece thing. I tried having it up here and everything, and yeah, I went through a whole bunch of different things. I was going to model with heels on, but I didn't get to that, but nobody really needs to know that because they're not going to see it, so it's all good. Anyways, back to it. How am I? Casual, tired, not feeling the best, but keeping on, keeping on. Thanks for asking. I would ask, how are you? You know, that would be the place to comment. Really though, how are you and everybody that's watching this? I would love to hear from you. I do reply to the comments. Hintity hint hint. But yeah, see you guys there. Story time, story time, story time. So there's a little bit there to read. I figured I'd give you guys some time to read it and play Procrastination Monster. Meow meow meow. Anyway, that should be enough time. So, yeah. I can get where you're coming from when you felt good off of somebody's downfall, when that certain somebody didn't really care about your situation at all to know where you're at to begin with. I can understand, you know. What are my thoughts on the situation? Yeah. Karma. She's a witch with a capital B. It's, you know, I like I said, I get it. I don't really have much more to say about that, but I totally get it. I wish I could think of an anecdote of a time that I felt the same way, and, you know, just think of any doctor getting their comeuppance, like, you know, just, like, imagine Sims, and you do cast epic failure, and their day is just, like, complete, you know, then that makes me happy. You stupid little things like that. You say, oh, why is she mad at doctors, and this and that, and whatever. I implore you to go check my social media. 10 days? 5? 1? Maybe just go back 3 posts. I'm sure I'll complain about my heart, my brain, my pee, and my crack. No, I'm just kidding. I won't complain about all of that. But pretty much every other part of my body I will complain about at some point or another. I know I'm fun, right? But, yeah. Doctors suck. So, yeah. Anyway, back to your situation. I'm glad that the storm's over and you have a good stove. I don't know. And I'm glad they also got a taste of what S feels like, I guess. What is my least favorite pizza topping? You hate sardines, or rather anchovies, on pizza. I can pretty much go along with the same thing if I don't like fish on my pizza. I don't really eat fish at all in general. Fish are friends, not food. Unless it's Worcestershire sauce, like I've said before, many times. But, yeah, what is my least favorite topping? Well, I used to really love garlic with pizza, but, you know, since I've become a vampire, it's just not as tasty anymore, considering the side effects. Really, though, I feel like a vampire because I can't go outside in the sun, I can't have garlic at all, and, I mean, I can have onions, but if I have onions, like, at all, for gross alert coming ahead, you can click away if you want. But anyways, for those of you who are ballsy enough to stay, I have onion armpits for like 2 weeks and it will not go away, I swear to God. You can probably smell it my nose and it will probably smell like freaking onions. I hate it. So I don't really eat onions. I do not eat garlic because unless you want me to be that scene from The Exorcist, spinning around with green stuff projectilely flying out of my mouth, I cannot do that. So yeah, garlic, fish, and I'm pretty much a good sport for everything else. Ooh, if you eat pineapples on pizza, you're my friend. I know that some people absolutely hate it, but, you know, life's too short to be a stickler over a fruit on a pizza. So let me get this straight, right? We're complaining about fruit on pizza, as if tomato is not a fruit. So I don't want to hear the argument, because there isn't one. Unless you're allergic to pineapple. I mean, I can hear you, I just don't give enough. What do I think of AI shopping patterns or personalized advertisements based off of phone types and all that other good stuff that you've typed? Sorry, my memory is not so good. But back to what you asked. I think that it's the same thing that's been happening in all of marketing since the dawn of time. It's supply and demand. What do you need? What do you want? How can I make your life better? How can I make that money? Necessity is a creator, inventor, marketer's best friend. So as long as you continue to need/want things, they're going to continue to make that money. So I don't really see an issue with it. It just seems like another tool. It's like using artificial intelligence to create art. Some people in the beginning of using oil paintings, some purists probably thought, that's not how I'd use it, or I wouldn't use oil paintings. I use fresca, binding together egg whites and other powders to create the paint, and you have to do it very fast. It's very meticulous. But yeah, some purists would say one medium is an art and another one is. You know, as long as you're getting it done, you're getting that art out there, it's still art. And as long as your creative mind is still in there, it's still there. So at the end of the day, it's marketing. Somebody's still trying to sell something and somebody's still trying to buy something. So I don't really have any positive or negative things to say about it. Yay money! Yay people buying things! I don't know. Oh no! You're beyond stressed right now because you had a small house fire at your oven. And your house is good, but your nerves are a little frazzled still. Yeah, that makes sense. A little story time from my end. He had a small house fire as well before. It was outside and it was in the barbecue. So I didn't know, this is a little educational bit for you guys here. Barbecues have grease pits. Durr. I didn't know that though. And the grease pit apparently was full in my barbecue. And I went to barbecue these sick burgers. I had put cheese pieces in it and everything, had it all mushed together. They were going to be fire. They were going to be so good. Until drips of flame started dripping down into the barbecue, and it wouldn't stop even when the fire was off. So, yeah, my sister coming out and me telling her to get the fire extinguisher, and if anything happens, I love you. Open up the fire extinguisher and psh, away, everything was fine. Did you have to use the fire extinguisher? I hope not. If so, I hope that you cleaned up the area nice and well, because those fire extinguisher chemicals are not food enhancers. Unless you want to have, like, I don't know, carcinogenic Toppings. I'm not really sure. I can't even think of the verbiage for it. Don't eat fire extinguisher stuff. Anyway, I'm glad that your house is good. And no more playing with fire in the kitchen other than when you're cooking. With caution. Best of luck. What's something I still haven't gotten used to? For you, it's vertical videos. Well, I film vertically actually. So, ooh. But yeah, horizontal videos, they don't seem to work for what I'm doing. But I get what you're saying. The little boxes on the sides aren't a good look sometimes. But yeah, something I haven't gotten used to. Everything. Lots of things. So, I'm a Cancer when it comes to, like, the signs and all of that. Sorry, I couldn't think for a second. And I'm stereotypical when it comes to being a crab, being all shelled on the outside and all soft on the inside. So, yeah. Fire truck, I forgot what I was talking about. I do this all the time. Yeah, nope. It's gone. Welcome to my world of being completely lost. See? I told you. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, I don't even know what's going on in regular conversations. Welcome. You guys still want to keep watching me? Are you sure? You know, if you do, here's where I do shameless plug. Maybe you could do that liking thing, and I would really appreciate if you would do that commenting thing, because I like to have conversations with people, or whatever you want to identify as, an alien, a pizza monster, whatever. I welcome you. Even all the anonymous. So yeah, you can reach me on Tumblr anonymously, or you can send me a comment here. But yeah, like I said, I'm completely lost, and I'm not really used to anything, especially making videos, considering I just go on and on and on and on and on. Thank you for watching. So if you're wondering why the weird posture, it's because I'm standing on a swivel chair. That's not a swivel chair, that was a lie. This is a rocking chair. A swivel chair is one with wheels, and if it had wheels, I'd be... So anyways, lest me trying to jinx anything, the reason why I'm able to stand on this and not do the prior mentioned thing is because when I'm standing all the time with my vertigo, whatever's wrong with my heart, whatever's wrong with me neurologically, this is what I always feel like, on flat ground. So right now, I actually feel kind of normal. But yeah, I mean, as you see, I'm kind of unsteady and unbalanced, and almost falling as it is. But like I said, that's me 24/7. But yeah, anywho, I figured this is a different modeling spot, and it looked alright, so